What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and yep, we're doing a double upload today. We've got the team announcements and some interesting stuff to go through here, so we'll fly through it. And yeah, my trades have changed a little bit based on these things, so I think yeah, there's a bit to discuss here, so we'll talk about it really quickly. So Fisher omitted, Kennedy sub, Mollop in, whatever, doesn't really matter. Daniel Rich being out, obviously we knew that was going to happen. It helps McKenna, I think. I think it gives McKenna a few more kick-ins, even if it's like 2 or 3 kick-ins. It's like 10 to 15 points usually. So a 60 would, obviously turn into a 75 is not a bad score for an on-field player. So I'm going to hold McKenna for a little bit, at least while Rich is out, unless McKenna has a really bad score and you need to trade him based on his break-even. But yep, Zorko being out doesn't really change too much. I think Neil will cop some attention from Hewitt, so keep an eye on that. Moving on to West Coast Richmond, nothing really here. I mean, if you have Tyler Young, obviously he's out. Dom Sheed's back in. I actually had Dom Sheed on another team. Yeah, so nothing really about West Coast that's that relevant. Let's talk about Geelong and Adelaide now. Nothing here that's too relevant either. Sam Simpson's in, so that's good. He's on the interchange though, so not ideal, but still in the team. It's probably all we need at this point. Adelaide, nothing really to take from this. Jordan Dawson named to the middle, which is a good sign for anyone that has him, I guess. Laird's in, so assuming he's going to be A-OK to play this weekend. Gold Coast Melbourne, so Flanders is back for anyone that got burned by him. And yeah, I think, I don't know if Clary will cop some attention from Holman, or maybe even David Swallow. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not, to be honest, which is a bit annoying. Melbourne, nothing really to take from this. No, nothing really to take. So, GWS versus Bulldogs. So, Angwin has actually kept his spot, has he? He has. He's kept his spot with Callum Ward coming in. They dropped Peatling instead. So now it's sort of... Now we actually have to pick and choose, because there's Teakle, Angwin, Simpson, and Sincotta, who obviously has to come in. It's really tricky. We're going to have to miss out on one of them. It's literally just like a roulette game. Bulldogs, nothing to talk about. Livers back in, which is good. Lloyd Meek comes in for Hawthorns. So I thought Ned Reeves played really well by himself, but I guess it's just a backup. Going against that dual ruck combo, a couple of big boys, I guess you'd probably want to back up ruckman. Nothing really about Freo. Sam Sturt omitted is really painful for those that have him, and then Will Brodie omitted, man. He's had a shocking year. Sunday, Port versus Essendon. So this is interesting. So we've had a few wins, but Bryn Teakle is named. He's named in the forward line, but Finlayson's named in the ruck. I don't think that's how they'll persist in the game. I think Teakle will do the majority of the rucking, and Finlayson will go forward. But yeah, it's very promising signs for Teakle, and I really like the Sol Rucks. Like, if you guys are new to the channel, I really like Sol Rucks as rookies. So I think that you probably have to jump on him. If you have Radigalia, I think it's almost a must-have now that they haven't named Lysette. And that was pretty much what I was waiting for this week. Essendon, not too much. Owen Davey Jr.'s back in, apparently. Is he actually on the field? Yes, he is. Okay, so he's not in this extended bench. That's good. Hopefully a bit more money to make for him. We just need like one good score from him and he can reset that break even. Pendles is back. A couple of players to come in. So, yeah, don't know who's going to get dropped out of those boys. Sydney, nothing really. Dylan Stevens omitted. Callum Mills named in the midfield, whatever that means. North versus St Kilda, so Bytel hopefully comes in. Tom Campbell, that's not someone I want to see in the team. That'll hurt Ron Marshall. So fingers crossed he doesn't get named, but then again he could. And Blake Drury, so debutant for 102k. Hopefully we can actually get in a couple of weeks, so fingers crossed. That's pretty much it for the teams. So basically my thoughts, right, is like, do we need Angwin? Do we need, like, if we're just going purely off break-even now, should we just trade purely off that? Or should we look deeper into it? Like, I think, so Teakle has the worst break-even out of the four, the big four you would say, which would be Sincotta, Simpson, Wagner. Well, Wagner didn't get named, that's good. That means he can be jumped on a different week. So yeah, Angwin minus 33, Teakle minus 32, so splitting hairs there, but I think I'd rather Teakle. So that's the thing. Do we decide, like, do we go for like an Angwin over a Simpson? You save 40k. That's something that I would consider. What is Angwin actually averaging though? It can't be great. He's averaging 52. Yeah, it makes things tricky. It makes things really tricky. I think I'd probably rather bank the 50k or the 40k and probably grab him. So let's see what we can do. So Jones has to go. And then Cowan can go because he's dead. And then Radigalia can go as well. So it looks like it's going to be a triple downgrade, to be honest. So we're filtering off break even. Alex Sincotta, you're in. Bryn Teakle, you're in. And then we probably bring in Big Bad Brian Angwin, I think. And it gives us 534k for next week. So we're playing the long game. It's really frustrating having that much money sit there now. But it means we can literally go like, we could go bloody Hopper and Ashcroft to Clary and Laird just about, I think. So that'd be nice. But I think sacrifice a bit of points this week. Make sure we have that cash gen. Because if these guys don't get dropped, they could really make a lot of money and it will hurt if you don't have them. So yeah, in terms of that, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'm going to triple downgrade. It's a bit of a, yeah, it's not like a sexy play, you could say, because it's, yeah, you're not grabbing any new primos or anything, which is a bit shit. And I do love when you have a new primo. It's like, gives you a reason to watch them, and yeah, it's exciting and whatnot. But I think it makes sense just to do the triple downgrades this week. And my last boost is gone, but I've got plenty of cash. Sorry, I moved the camera. Plenty of cash in that salary to really jump on someone next week. So it'll probably be someone like a Wilmot that has to go. In terms of my looping, what can we do here? So we can loop Wilmot and Baker with the Johnson. Yep, that works. So if Wilmot goes big tomorrow night, we'll grab his score. I think a 60 plus is probably something you'd take at this point. And then could we loop Angwin and Fergus Green? No, we can't. We can't loop those two. So Angwin's not really someone I'd love to have on field. And it might be something like, what is... how could we somehow get Seamus Mitchell down? Can we do that? No, that doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything at all. Because yeah, that's not really something I'd love to have. I don't really want to have to field Angwin. But like, he's on the wing. Like, it's not a terrible spot. Yeah, we'll wait and see with that anyway. We might just have to cop a shitty rookie score, to be honest. Because yeah, just the potential cash gen it can grab us is really big. Really pivotal, I think. And vice captain this week, I think I'm just going to go Timmy T into Timmy English. So the two Timbos. I think you can't really go wrong with Torino against West Coast. Like, it makes sense. Like, he's playing West Coast at the G. Should get plenty of the ball. West Coast love to give away points to midfielders. So I can't really see that pick going too wrong. I think 120 minimum. Hopefully like a 160. And then Tim English, obviously, against GWS, I think he can go quite large. So that's it for the video, guys. Good luck with your trades this week. And I'll probably see you tomorrow night after the Carlton Brisbane game. And we'll see how the first game of the round's gone. But yeah, very important round this week. So make sure we nail the picks. And I think triple downgrading or double downgrading is, you know, it might not be the play for this week, but a couple of weeks' time, you might really find that just because you did that, you've set your team up for a lot of success. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.